Imagine being a young student, struggling every single day to afford food, rent, and tuition. Then suddenly, life throws you the strangest, most unbelievable opportunity, a marriage proposal from a 71-year-old millionaire woman. Some would call it a blessing, others would call it madness. But for this young man, it was a decision that would change his life forever. What he discovered just 7 days after the wedding left him shocked, and it's something you'll want to hear until the very end. Ali was only 23 years old, a final-year university student from a poor family. Every day, his life felt like a battle. He worked part-time in a cafe, sometimes skipping meals just to save money for books. His shoes were torn, his phone was cracked, and his mind was always clouded with one question: how much longer can I live like this? One evening, after finishing his late shift, Ali was called by his friend Hamza to attend a private event at a luxury hotel. "You'll at least eat some good food," Hamza joked, knowing how empty Ali's fridge usually was. That night, as Ali stood awkwardly among the wealthy, dressed in his only decent shirt, he felt completely out of place. Chandeliers sparkled above, people laughed with glasses of wine in their hands, and Ali's stomach tightened with both hunger and nervousness. And then, she appeared. Madame Sophia. A 71-year-old woman, elegant in every sense of the word. Silver hair neatly tied, diamonds on her wrist, and a presence that silenced even the richest men in the room. She had inherited her late husband's empire of businesses and properties, making her one of the wealthiest women in the city. But what struck Ali wasn't her wealth. It was the way she looked at him, not with pity, not with arrogance, but with curiosity. Like she saw through his worn-out clothes and tired eyes, straight into his soul. Later that night, to Ali's disbelief, Madame Sophia approached him directly. Her voice was calm yet commanding. "Young man, would you sit with me for a while?" That conversation stretched into hours. Ali, shy at first, soon found himself opening up about his struggles, his dreams of becoming an engineer, his desire to lift his family out of poverty. To his shock, she listened carefully, smiling gently at his honesty. And then came the proposal. "Ali," she said quietly, "I know this may sound strange, but I need someone sincere, someone who will stand by me not for money, but for truth. I don't have long left in this world. Marry me, and I promise to secure your future." Ali's heart raced. Marriage. With a woman nearly 50 years older. His mind screamed confusion. People would mock him. His family would be shocked. His own friends would laugh. But then, he thought of the sleepless nights, the hunger, the burden of loans. After days of battling with his thoughts, Ali made a decision that stunned everyone. He agreed. The wedding was quiet but lavish. His relatives whispered behind his back, strangers pointed fingers. The first week of marriage was unlike anything Ali had expected. Madame Sophia wasn't weak, bitter, or fragile like people imagined. She was sharp-minded, witty, and surprisingly kind. She encouraged him to continue studying, even arranging a private tutor for his final exams. Ali, though uncomfortable in the mansion filled with luxury, began noticing something strange. Every evening, Sophia would retreat to her study room for hours, locking the door. Sometimes, Ali would pass by and hear her speaking softly, as if recording messages or, perhaps talking to someone unseen. On the 7th day, curiosity got the best of him. That evening, he walked past the study door and found it slightly open. Inside, Sophia sat before a table covered in photographs, letters, and a dusty old journal. She was crying quietly. Ali froze. He had never seen her so vulnerable. Sophia looked up, her eyes wet but steady. "Ali, it's time you know the truth." She handed him the journal. As Ali opened it, he realized it wasn't just her story, it was the story of a woman who had once been poor, abandoned, and ridiculed just like him. She, too, had fought hunger, betrayal, and loneliness before marrying a man who lifted her from darkness. But here was the shocking part. "I don't have children, Ali," Sophia said softly. "No one to inherit what I've built, no one to remember me when I'm gone. The truth is, I didn't marry you to save myself. I married you to save you. Because I see my younger self in your eyes." Ali's hands trembled as he read her letters, plans she had made for his future, scholarships, businesses she wanted to transfer to his name, even property she had written into his ownership. She had trusted him, not as a husband, but as someone who could carry her legacy of kindness. Tears rolled down Ali's face. For the first time, he understood, this marriage was never about wealth or appearance. It was about faith. She believed in him when no one else did. From that day forward, Ali's life transformed. He studied harder, worked with Sophia on her charities, and slowly built the confidence to face the world. The whispers of mockery turned into words of respect as people saw his sincerity. And when Sophia eventually passed years later, Ali didn't just inherit her wealth, he inherited her mission. He became a beacon of hope for poor students, funding schools, and creating opportunities for those who had none. Life sometimes gives us opportunities that look strange, uncomfortable, or even shameful to others. But behind those doors may lie the very path to your destiny. Ali's story is not about money or status, it's about faith, gratitude, and the power of someone believing in you when the world doesn't. And maybe, just maybe, that's the kind of love and legacy we all should strive for.